Good morning, everybody. It's Friday morning, June 19th. I have today off. It's a holiday for me, so we're up at the cabin. It's probably 11 a.m. right now. I took a stop at at the dump to unload the dump trailer. It was full from last week's. I wanted to fill it up from last week's demolishing of the wall in the master bedroom there. So did that this morning and just been getting set up here. We got the miter saw station all set up. We'll be working on some trim. So I need to put some trim along here and obviously on the other side as well. It's not going to be terribly difficult on the bottom. However, up near the top, I'm going to have to do some unusual cuts just simply because the frame of the trim of the window up there gets in the way. So we're going to start up there and kind of work our way down. Hopefully, it's just me today, so hopefully it shouldn't be too terribly difficult, but we'll see how it goes, but we'll get going. All right, give you a viewpoint from what I'm looking at from up here. There's the there, and I see down there, and then follows on down there. So what I'm looking at for trim up here, I put these pieces a little too high. It should be okay. It's going to be protected by the soffit because I mean it's essentially right there, the crown of the roof. So what I need to do is, let me see if I can switch hands here without dropping the phone, is cut the piece from here. I have a goofy angle up here just because of the way the soffit was up there. There's something behind it, so it's a slightly goofy cut there. And then it'll come down here, and I don't know what degrees that is, if that's 60 degrees or what it is, but we'll figure that out. I brought a marking pen. And so I'll just mark it I'll basically just jam it up there and then mark it down here. I'm not going to be able to get footage of that because I think my phone would fall down. So we'll come back once I get that marked. All right. Got a nice, very nice flush cut against there. So we're good there. We'll come and mark this one here now. And that will obviously just be a straight. I can cut that on the miter saw probably. I do have to figure out the angle, but we can do that. All right, I keep trying to back up so I can get a picture of this whole thing here. So we got the trim in. I left a gap here. You're supposed to leave like a eighth, a little over, I think maybe 3/16 or whatever for expansion. I'm not too worried about it, but I decided to leave it and I'll just caulk it. So yeah, next piece, I'm gonna do the batten now and just be done with this, and then it's just paint touch-ups, and then we can work on trim and all that going down. So we'll come back when I get a batten piece cut. All right, we got it caulked. I just saw a spot that I missed here. And just needs paint touch-up for the nails. And then I don't ever have to come up here again, which makes me happy. Although I will say, even though I'm not a fan of heights, I have been getting slowly used to it. The lower level, like this next one down, I have no problem at all now anymore. This one I still don't like, but... All right, this is done. I just did the paint touch-up, so it should be ready to go. This looks like, so this took about, less than a minute on the video. In real time, this tiny little area took me about an hour and a half, just because I have to crawl through the window each time I need to make a cut, and everything, and then the painting and everything else. So, but yeah, top part is done. We're gonna work on this side now here. I do have this kind of interesting notch that I'm gonna have to go around, but I gotta piece and figure that out. All right, I made a little template for this odd angle. I actually had to go up and down a couple times to get it right. Sorry for all the camera movement. It's actually just a 60 and a 90, or a 60 and a 30, which would make sense. So that butts up against there, perfect. So there is a little lip, and I'm aware of this. It'll be painted when I get it up here, but there's a little lip because the window siding or window trim was put in against the sheathing, whereas this is going over the actual boards, which are I don't remember, what are they, 3/8 inches thick, something like that. So I'll have a little up here on this window and around, actually it's just, yeah, on this window here. This is the only spot, because any batten pieces are actually going to be flush against the window trim, since those are thinner pieces. This is 1 inch thick, whereas the battens are 5/8 inches thick. So yeah, now you just gotta use this as a template. We'll cut it on I don't know, an 8-foot piece or something, and then run that down, and then the remaining 16 feet we'll cut the size down there, and should go all the way down to wherever I need it. So we'll do that now. All right, we got the one trim piece in here. Lines up nice there. I'll put some caulk on that edge there. And then we got the other nice trim piece right here going down. So I just have the one piece, because I don't know what the distance is. It's approximately probably 12 feet or something like that on both sides. I don't know what the exact amount, but I'll cut them to size. Those are just square cuts, except for the bottom will be a 30 or 60 degree. Anyways, I can match it up with the bottom, figure that out. Sorry, I'm not getting any action shots of me doing much. It's hard enough just to try to get these pieces in by myself while descending on this tall scaffolding. So I'll try to get some more action stuff as we go along here. But yeah, looks pretty good. I messed up on this one. This one's going on the left side of the attic window. I cut it too much on this side, and it also needs to be a half inch longer, and partially because I cut it too far over. So I need to actually cut this first, and then this will end up being longer because there's a thicker piece over here, or what's left to be thicker. But yeah, so I'll probably be able to use the bottom for something else, but we are calling it a day. I actually didn't finish the trim. I went to the battens instead. So let's see the best angle to do this. So I did the 3 middle battens. One underneath the attic window. I can't see anything with the sun the way it is. I'm looking right at it. I don't know if you'll be able to see anything with this sun, and the scaffolding in the way. But we got the top one, and then there's three kind of go down to the second floor window. And then tomorrow we'll finish the trim. I decided to wait on the trim mainly because my dad's coming up tomorrow, and it's a heck of a lot easier having somebody to just hold up the piece while you nail it in. You get the first couple nails in versus doing it yourself. So we'll do that tomorrow. I can't imagine we should be able to finish all the battens tomorrow. They're not terribly difficult, and there's only, I don't know, 15 of them, and there's no more goofy cuts. All of them are just the 60-degree angles up at top, and then some, in between are just 90-degree angles. So those should be relatively simple, but you can kind of see what it'll look like with the cedar tongue and groove. It looks really nice. It's a nice contrast. Obviously the outside, the fascia out there looks like crap, but at some point that will look nice once the the new roof goes on, they put on a new fascia that will match either it'll be black or match the siding. So, but we'll see you tomorrow. All right, we are back at the cabin. It's Saturday morning. Puppies are here. Here's Smokey and Bandit. Beat it. So we just got here a little bit ago. My dad's coming up. Family's coming up. So they're going to hang out here. My dad's going to help with siding and that today. Last night, as I was driving home, I came across this nice little thing right here. It certainly looks like a bear print of some sort. Apparently last night there was a bear. I did not stay overnight, so I wasn't here, but there was a bear in the neighborhood, and one of the neighbors had to use their air horn to scare it off. But I don't know. It's kind of an interesting thing. The only guess I have is last week when my dad and I stayed here. It might have happened then, because I don't think it would be out during the day, but I guess it could be. But yeah, so we'll have to keep our eyes out, but I'm not too terribly worried during the day or anything like that. And from what I've heard about the bear from the neighbors and all that, it's not the most like, it's a skittish bear, so we don't have to worry about it too much. So, but we'll get started on the siding here shortly. My dad is gonna be up here in a short bit, and yeah, we'll get going then. One quick note: with the sun being early in the morning, it's much easier to see the trim and the battens that I got in yesterday. So just wanted to show that quick. So yeah, our goal today obviously is to get the rest of this done, and then do paint touch-ups tomorrow. Maybe take scaffolding down. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, we'll get started soon. All right, we got everything set up. So our process is going to be, we're going to just do a rough cut, which we actually just cut already. A rough cut piece past the end down here, because there's plenty of room to go past, and then just mark where it passes, and then up top here where it butts up against the other piece of trim up there, we'll leave I think it's a 3/16 gap. You're supposed to leave in between the pieces, so that's what we'll do for that. And it's essentially the same process for the battens as well. We're just going to run it slightly long, mark where it is, then do this final cut, because that's a lot easier than measuring when you have a 60-degree angle and everything else. So that's the process we'll use. I did not record anything this afternoon. The camera was in the sunlight, and there's no place that I can put it to where we're situated where I can really get it out, and it was overheating, so I just gave up on it. And we did get all the battens in. It is almost 5 p.m. I'm worn out. Props to you guys who do this for a living. I don't know. This is roofers. I don't know how you guys do that, but I am worn out. So tomorrow I'm gonna have to go through, paint all the nail heads, caulk some spots, nothing major. I'll do all the caulking first and then paint the nail heads. So for the battens, you actually don't have to caulk the battens. I emailed LP and asked them because I couldn't find any definitive info online. I will put either a screenshot up here with the kind of the mention of you don't have to caulk on the side of each batten, or I'll actually put a link to the document. If YouTube will let me, I will do that. And it shows the document for installing vertical board batten siding. It was a very helpful piece of info. So yeah, I should be up here tomorrow. It's Father's Day tomorrow, but this is what I like doing. So my family might be coming up, I'm not sure. So we'll be caulking and painting. I don't know about the scaffolding coming down. We'll have to see how long that takes for the caulking and painting and that, but hopefully it doesn't take too long, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. And I need the power company to take their little orange things. I might actually they're just held up with electrical tape, so I might just cut the electrical tape off and do that, and that way I can make sure that the pole got completely spray painted up there underneath. So we'll see you tomorrow.
Good morning. It is Sunday morning. It is June 21st. Yeah. And it's Father's Day. So happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there. I'm up here for the cabin for a little while. I need to do some caulking and painting touch-ups and that. And that's about all I'm going to do. I might head back earlier this afternoon to hang out with family. Not sure what we'll do, but I also wanted to say happy Father's Day to my dad. You've seen him in some of my videos. He's been helping out with things as things have progressed with the siding and all that. It's been nice hanging out with him. When I bought this place, I just envisioned it as like a fixer-upper place, and I did not think of the aspect of being able to hang out with my dad a lot and doing a lot of this remodeling. So that's been a real joy for me, and for him it's been nostalgic. He's told me when he was in his late teens, early 20s, he used to work at some outdoor camps and did a lot of backpacking and stuff like that. And so this brings back a lot of kind of memories for him. He's in his early 70s, mid 70s, I guess. What is he? Yeah, mid to early 70s. And so he's not able to do that as much as he used to be able to, but it's nice having him around and being able to hang out and just help with me do all this stuff. And yeah, so I want to say happy Father's Day to you, Dad. I appreciate all the times you've been up here, and hopefully we'll continue for the next years to come. So that's it for this week's video. I'm not going to record me doing any caulking or painting because that's there's the expression watching paint dry. I'm not going to do that for YouTube. So hope you all have a good week, and we'll see you next week.